It's Madden NFL 23, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Broncos and the Chargers on Monday Night Prime Time.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, well, down on the field, they're all thinking the same thing that they do every week, Charles. All the work, all the preparation over the past week, it all leads up to these next 4 quarters.
It's suspenseful now, Brandon, but once that ball is kicked, that thought will go out the window. From then on, it's just time to execute and fight for a win.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the 9th-year QB out of Eastern Illinois, author of 2 magical playoff runs in the last 3 seasons, Jimmy Garoppolo.
And Jimmy Garoppolo has shown that he can be a Super Bowl quarterback, but his biggest problem, his ability to stay healthy and remain on the field. When able, he's a capable quarterback prone to winning games both in the regular and postseason.
Jimmy going to look to throw it on the first play. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag? In the end, though, doesn't matter. Still a completed pass.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Again, it's Hunt, and he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. Hunt. Touchdown, Chargers. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. Leading them out, the third-year player from Oklahoma by way of Alabama, Jalen Hurts.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. From the 24, Hurts. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on 1 throw.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. He's got Ayuk once again. And they've got this down without the 12-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Chargers. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands, though. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, We always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Hurts. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Well, partners, the first quarter too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza is sent on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers getting set to go. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And that is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Looking at a man. That's Hunt. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
On 1st down, Hurts. Nick Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Harris running straight ahead. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. On third down. Here's Harris. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. That defense just did not budge, and now your punter. Well, this is why you pay him.
It is. It's exactly why you pay him. But what he's got to be thinking about are a couple of things. Number one, don't step back. Could be a safety. Number two, cut down your time on your mechanics. If you're a two-step punter, it needs to be one step and get rid of the football.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, he shifts past him. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. He's got this to Williams, complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his first touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Set to take over. The Broncos offense trots back out. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 2nd and 7, Hurts. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now here's another carry for Harris, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They hand this off to Harris, and they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. 21-0 our score after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy can block, a guy can catch, and a guy can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. Matt Horizon now on to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. There's the versatile back, Kareem Hunt, getting set with the rest of this offense for the next drive. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. The Chargers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 45 on second down, Garoppolo. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Now Garoppolo. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Denver's offense now set to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That play ended for a net loss thanks to Javon Hargrave.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Hurts to throw. This one taken in by Olave. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half.
And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Alton Robinson coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. On play action, now Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught along the sideline. Nicely done, but right at the line of scrimmage. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And this is caught by Williams. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 2. Garoppolo gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Broncos will take over on downs. The D brought the house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want, they go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback, no chance on that fourth down.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. From the 45 on second down, Hurts. The pass caught by Olave. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Hurts sets up to throw it. Slant pass to Boyd. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Caught on the slant. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. Throwing is Hurts. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tyler Boyd, as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the Windy City of Chicago, and that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we're up to check out another game, and you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Broncos. And not much went right in those first two quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter of play. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Hurts. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. On second down, this is Harris. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Now back to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit, because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They go play action with Hurts. That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty when you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
Second down, here's Hurts. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Boyd Mafe. And the Chargers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They fell last week to Cleveland, but they're on top here as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket,
and ends up spilling it for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. And that brings up 4th.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Finding space at the 40. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
On first down, Hurts to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. From just shy of midfield, Hurts. His throw incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Garoppolo again. That's going to be complete to his tight end Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Got to say I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Garoppolo now. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Garoppolo. And he fires one incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And now another one thrown incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
First down, Denver. They'll try the right side with Harris.
And taken down just shy of the 40.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Hurts to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. He's got it to Williams. And they call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Big play that time by Mike Williams, and it picks up a 1st down, and he's coming off a career-best 76 catches and 1,146 yards last season and was rewarded with a nice extension for his efforts. Definitely hope to continue his improvement in his 6th season as a Chargers' big play threat.
On the counter, Hunt. And he'll get this one up to about the 39. 63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 39, Garoppolo. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Hunt will try going up the middle. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. Vegas. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This time it's 3rd and 3. Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it.
The trick play works. He's got the first. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. It seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns in there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets up.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And Hurts is intercepted. His 3rd of the game. Picked off by Bobby Okereke.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
And just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm playing a movie, but they did it together, didn't they? Fell off of each other. Every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done, they continually built energy in this one. And how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Broncos about set to go on offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick 6.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. A carry here for Hunt. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Garoppolo looks to throw. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Hunt. 84 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Again, it's Hunt. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And my goodness, another interception.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Now Hunt.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They run again with Hunt. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Going with Hunt here out of the shotgun. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. They'll run it here with Hunt. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. There's Garoppolo to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Chargers continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'll probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Hurts. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Throwing is Hurts.
He completes it to Boyd.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The kick by Crosby is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And
I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Wide second down, right back to Hunt. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Chargers, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down.